Alright guys, let's go ahead back to the Jeep. We'll see if we can find that old stage stop. It looks like I'm about halfway there right now, so hopefully there's no homeless people or weirdos camping there. I already passed a couple of them, so. Alright guys, see you when we get there. Man guys, you gotta check out this view. It's like I'm in an ocean of clouds. It's insane. Hey guys, what's up? Brian back from the Dirt Bandit Outdoors channel. In today's episode, we're doing a little Jeep overlanding. I'm out visiting a historic site right now, but before I show you guys around, I just made some chili and some coffee. I'm going to enjoy these real fast and I'll show you around. Alright guys, so on Black Friday I picked up this really nice Gaia camp stove. So I bought this from a company called Overlanding, and I've been speaking with a guy named Daniel. And he's actually the one who designed my YouTube logo. So thank you, Daniel. I really appreciate that. It looks so professional, way better than I could have ever done. But I've been in contact with Daniel and the boys over there for about maybe a year and a half or so. I can't remember how long, but it's definitely been over a year. So I decided to go up there on Black Friday. I was up there visiting my in-laws, and I decided to go and buy this Gaia camp stove. And let me show you guys a closer view of it. So it's a really nice camp stove. I've seen Casey from Coyote Works use this, and I was really intrigued by it, and I wanted to buy it myself. So it's got a little top that comes off of here. Here's the top of the burner, and when you want to stow this, you just flip this around. Fits right in there after you flip this knob up here, and it disengages the little the gas propane tank, or I'm not sure if it's propane, but gas tank here. And that allows this to fit in there real snug. But anyway, this guy here was only $35.99, or no, I'm sorry, $35, or it may have been even $34. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but if you guys want, I will stick a link in the description. If you guys are interested in this cool little camp stove, you guys should definitely go to Overlanding and go check them out. Also, just noticed on my in the camera there, got some Lolo shirts, sweaters, and a hat from those guys. So definitely love the merch. Correction, guys, $35. There we go. Now you can see it. $35. Super good deal for an awesome camp stove. Also, I picked up this chair. It is called the Front Runner expandable chair. I've seen Casey use this on his channel before, and I really love how small and compact it stows away. When it folds up, it's actually 17 by 17 cube, and it folds up so nice and small. This guy ran me about $65 to $70, right in that range, and I could not be happier. This chair is amazing. Let me fold this guy up for you and show you. Look at that, guys. If you're into camping and outdoor stuff and you want a nice compact chair, you cannot beat that. And this thing is actually pretty beefy. It weighs a little bit. It's not too heavy, but it's definitely well built. And like I said, it's 17 by 17, so super small footprint. Alright guys, so I'm going to enjoy a little bit of coffee, and I'm going to tell you guys about the story behind this site I'm at. So I discovered the site on Gaia GPS, and it's called the Bain Station. And normally, you know, on the 1930s maps, you don't really get a lot of those locations on there, because after about 1900, most of those places just didn't really exist. And I was surprised to see that on a map that was 1930. So I decided to look it up, and first I didn't find anything on Google. And I scrolled down a little bit and I found a news article in the California newspaper, and it talked about a murder that happened here in 1894. And I'm not too crazy about you know, murders or anything like that, especially not modern ones. But I thought, you know what, this is this happened about 130 years ago or more, and I thought I'd go check it out. And it was a little ways out where I've been before, and it's about 13 miles off the main road. And I decided to come here and check it out and at least see what kind of historical stuff remains. And to be honest, not a lot. And so the story behind the murder is the guy who got murdered here was from a ghost town, I'd say about half an hour away. And he was bragging about all the money that he had. And him and a partner decided to come out towards this area, and they were going to go to a mine that he knew about, and because he told them that they could get rich off of this this mine that he found. So the guy decided to go with him, and they camped out here. And the guy that he was traveling with decided to shoot him in the back right around the campfire, which I'm next to one right here. I don't know if it's the original one, but he shot him in the back, and he decided to tie some rope around his feet and tie rocks to his feet and throw him down the well. And the story says it was about March or April, so it was during the rainy months, and the well that he threw him down was twice as deep as it normally is. It was about 12 feet deep, and the well actually sits right behind where the camera is. It took me a little while to find it. I looked around, and I was really apprehensive to start tromping around through the bushes, because I didn't want to find an open pit where it was kind of like concealed by brush or limbs, and I'm sure you guys can imagine what can happen. But I was pretty careful, and I kind of walked back after giving up, and I saw this indentation that was, it almost looked like some of the trash pits I've seen in the past, where people would just throw a bunch of junk in there, and I knew that it was the well that had collapsed. So after I finish my coffee, I'm going to give you guys a tour of the area. There's really not a lot that remains. I see looks like an old rusted up barrel right there. I saw a little bit of like pottery or stoneware scattered on the ground a little bit, but past that I really didn't find a whole lot. By the way, they did catch the murderer. He actually was found near Smith River, Northern California, and the authorities caught up to him, and they figured out it was him. I'll put the story actually in the description down below. You guys can go check it out if you're interested, if you want to read the whole article. But they were talking to people that knew where they were going, and they figured out that he was the one that murdered the guy, and found him in California, and they took him to Josephine County in Grants Pass, where I would imagine that he was executed. I think, if I recall the story right, I read something about that sounded similar to this story, that the last public hanging was right before the turn of the century. Justice was served, and makes for an interesting story and interesting history. Shout out to my buddy Coyote Works, Casey, and the boys at Lolo Overland. Thanks, Daniel, for hooking me up. So guys, here is a little tour of the Bain Station. It's all covered in overgrowth now, as you could imagine it would be. As far as I know, there wasn't any structure that was here. I think it was mainly a spot for people to stop and get water for their horses. And to my knowledge, all they did was camp here. But here's that fire pit. Can you imagine if that was the same fire pit that they were sitting around when the guy got shot in the back? I don't know if that's the original one, but I can't imagine it being anywhere else. Maybe over there or somewhere in here, but that doesn't matter. But a little bit morbid if you ask me. Anyways, here is the well that the guy threw him down. That's got to be it. I can't imagine it being anything else. Right down here. I don't know if those timbers are from anything that was like structural in the well. I don't think they would be. I think those are just kind of parts of you know, trees that are rotten away, maybe fell down in there, but I can't see that being anything else. It's definitely not a mine shaft, or the top of one, and you can kind of see, let me point that out, you can kind of see right down in there, it looks kind of like the shape of a well, real round right down in there. So what I think happened was, over time, this got real loose, all this dirt, and just kind of fell inside and collapsed the well down there. But that's where the dude was thrown. The body was buried on the coast somewhere. I think it was near Coos Bay or somewhere on the coast. But his family, I believe, has said that they were in Tennessee. They were back east somewhere. And yeah, pretty sad story, honestly. But people got killed out here all the time. That was the Wild West. So yeah, pretty sad story. But it was a stage stop for about, I believe the history says that the guys actually went to the old ghost town I was telling you about, and they named that Sailor's Diggings because sailors were the original guys who came through here and went through this route, and this became the main highway till about 1880s, 1870s, somewhere in there. And then they built the modern road. That's where they built the modern road that you see today. So this was only in use for, I'd say, 30 to 40 years. But pretty cool though. My very first stage stop that I visited. So anyway, guys, let's see if we can look around a little bit more. I've only got about 3 hours till dark, and see if we can find anything else. Alright guys, here's some of the old can lids that were left here. Got that one. And I've got this barrel, part of a barrel here. I'm not sure if that's, it looks older. Who knows how old it is though. That, and then I've got some banding here. And there's some stoneware or pottery around here somewhere. Trying to find it. Here's an old, looks like crock. It's pretty cool. Have that. Here's some plates here, but I think that's more modern though. It looks like that had been charred. Yeah, it's stuff, that's plastic. I'm pretty sure anyway. Doesn't feel like anything old or look like anything old. Here's some more, another part of a plate or whatever that was. Pretty cool. Some glass. I kind of think that's modern though. Alright guys, not really finding too much else on the surface here. Let me show you the little original wagon road that came through here. There it is here. Nothing special, just looks like an average road, but it's pretty cool to be standing in the spot of history like this. So I just want to stop real quick before I head out and show you guys this beautiful country around here. Look at that huge tree I was parked under. One of the biggest in the area. I mean, in my vicinity anyway. I mean, all those other trees are pretty tiny. And you got that ginormous one right there. Alright guys, I saw a spot on my way up here. Let's go ahead and check that out. And hopefully we find something cool there. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see that on there. You should be able to. That little black dot right there, that's another cabin. So I'm gonna go check that out. Right now we're right here, so we're pretty close. Alright, I think I found the spot. I think it's gonna be right up in here somewhere. Let me see, drive a little bit more and see if I can find any evidence of that spot. So far I don't see any evidence of anything being here. Not saying that there wasn't, but I do see a fire pit right here. Not sure how old that is, but I don't know, I think this spot right here would be a fantastic spot to do an overlanding camping trip. Just a beautiful view. Yeah, this area is just really stunning. Really beautiful area. I think that in the fall months are probably the better times to camp out here like this. But I don't know, I've never been up here in the summertime before. So let me take another look around and see if I can't find anything else to show you guys. Alright guys, I'm almost back on the pavement, and I just wanted to thank you guys for joining me. And as always, I'll see you on the next episode.